everybody, today I'm going to talk about some more DVD and VHS pickups. Now if you need to hear Casino Submarine, The Bell, so I've been kind of holding off on doing another one of these for a while because I didn't want to over-rely on it as a series of videos when I don't have any ideas for the future, but luckily I have some ideas in the future, and I kind of wanted to do another one of these because, man, I found some really good stuff. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to start with the DVDs first and then move on to the VHSs. The first one I got is A Nightmare on Elm Street. I have not seen the original Nightmare on Elm Street yet. Now, I've seen a lot of, like, the original entries to, like, a lot of these franchises. Like, I saw Halloween, I think it was almost a year ago, and I thought Halloween was pretty good. I think it's a little overrated. And then I saw Friday the 13th, the original in Alamo, and while people say that that movie is pretty bad, I don't think it's terrible. I mean, it's not nearly as good as some of those other entries, but I don't think it's that bad. I thought it was just average. It was a little boring. But I heard this one's really good. I actually used to be really scared of Freddy. I mean, I still am a little bit. Like, when I found out about horror villains when I was way too young, I was really kind of scared of Freddy the most because he would pop up in my dreams sometimes. But one of the things is I found this for cheap, like 50 cents, but please, for the love of God, people, stop putting those yellow stickers on. GameStop really does that. Like, GameStop is really annoying about that, and other people do that too. For the love of God, I can't get this frickin' sticker off. But other than that, yeah, so I got this. I think this was at a yard sale or something back in like June. Like, these are some of these purchases are pretty old. But yeah, I'm excited to see this. There was a release in Alamo. Actually, I think it was today as I'm recording this, but I decided to kind of wait off on it because all the good seats were taken. But yeah, so I'm excited to see that. I'm a little nervous to see that, though. And then the other horror movie that I have, at least for DVD, is Jason X. This is like every horror villain's like kind of worst nightmare, is when they run out of ideas, they go to space. And like, I've seen a few clips of like the Leprechaun in space, and I saw a few clips of this one, and it's kind of like a early 2000 kind of feel, and I actually do want to see this at some point, because like with horror movies and I don't want anything that's too depressing and just nothing but scary stuff. Like I kind of like a little bit of comedy mixed into it, like Scream, for example. I haven't seen some of those movies, but I think Scream would be a good one for me. But yeah, so Jason X, I heard this one could be really good or really bad. Like, some people say you could absolutely love it, or you could absolutely hate it. It's kind of like no middle ground. So yeah, so there's Jason X. I'm excited to see that. So alrighty, so some of these DVDs I have gotten and I already have watched them. There's a couple Ralph Bakshi movies in here. So for people who don't know who Ralph Bakshi is, he has made adult movies, mainly adult animated movies of the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. I think there was a couple other releases there too. I think he was behind Mighty Mouse too, or a worker on that. But I found a couple of Ralph Bakshi DVDs and movies that I wanted to watch. So the first one, I'm going to try to get this out of the way because I don't know if I'm allowed to say this name. I watched Coonskin, and I don't think that's a racial slur, but that's just the name of the movie. But yeah, so I got this version of the movie because for some reason, like on VHS, it's named Street Fight. And while I do kind of feel uncomfortable saying this name a little bit, I kind of do like it a little bit better. Street Fight is a little bit too generic of a name. This is basically the movie where it's kind of like a Brer Rabbit kind of type of story where it's like Brother Rabbit, Brother Bear, and Preacher Fox, I think their names are. And it's them trying to survive Harlem. And I actually think this was pretty good. And I actually kind of really had a good commentary on like how blacks were treated in America and still are treated in America. Like people kind of like perceive this movie as racist because of like some of the stereotypes that are in this movie. But I and a lot of other people really see it as, and Ralph Bakshi really intended it to be like a call out to racism in America. So I actually really like this movie. I didn't think I would. Like, I thought I would not really like this movie, but this one's pretty decent.
I'm begging you, don't throw me out that window. Cause I was born and raised in a garbage can.
This actually might be my favorite Ralph Bakshi movie I've seen so far. But yeah, so there's Coonskin. The next one that I got is, I'll get the one that I haven't seen yet. So this is Cool World. This is, some people say, is his worst one. Which is kind of over because the story of this movie is that this was originally going to be like a very different type of plot where, like, I think it was like the guy, the main character, was a murderer who would be like half toon or half doodle, half human. I think that's what it was. But the plot just got so ruined by studio interference, and I heard this movie's pretty bad. I do like the look of it from what I've seen. But the plot is a little bit of a mess, but this is the one I haven't seen yet out of the collection of these Ralph Bakshi movies. But yeah, so I actually am interested to see this. It seems pretty okay. Like, I don't know if I'll hate it as much as other people do, but yeah, so that's Cool World. And then this is the other Ralph Bakshi movie that I saw, and I got Wizards. I mean, Wizards was fine, but I kind of liked Coonskin a little bit better because I'm not really much of a fantasy, like, medieval type of guy. Like, I mean, this kind of isn't that. It's kind of mainly like a story between, like, technology and, like, mythological or, like, fairies and all that. It's kind of funny because Ralph Bakshi was trying to make an animated, like, a family picture, but that didn't happen because, I mean, while this is his tamest movie in terms of that, there's still Nazis, and there's like this whole Nazi projector thing that's kind of weird. But yeah, there's a lot of Nazi symbolism. It is rated PG, but that doesn't really matter because PG meant you could get away with a lot back then. But Wizards was fine. Actually, yeah, I liked Coonskin a little bit better, but Wizards was decent. Alrighty, so let's move on to the VHSs. The first one I got is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So this is the type of, like, spoof movies, and the one scene that I've known from this movie that I have seen the scene of is it's the one where it was the knight who was trying to duel them, and then he was like trying to duel even though his limbs kept getting cut off.
Come on then. What? How about you? Just a flesh wound.
And like, I'm really trying to get into spoof movies recently. I need to see that new Naked Gun remake though. Like, I heard it's pretty good, but I kind of like that type of parody humor. But yeah, I actually kind of want to see this. It seems pretty interesting, so. And I know this one is a little out of season. I got How the Grinch Stole Christmas, so I actually rewatched this, not this VHS, but it on streaming last Christmas season. And man, I love this original Grinch. Like, I actually remember it being longer. It's only 25 minutes. But man, I love it. The Grinch 2000 with Jim Carrey, I know a lot of people like that version. I hate it. It's just such a disrespect to Dr. Seuss. This one will always be my favorite. It just has that cozy feeling with a lot of those 2D drawn animated cartoons. But yeah, so I literally got this for like 80 cents or something like that. It says like $3, but it was with the booth that was closing and that they were no longer paying the rent at one of my local flea markets, so I just got this for cheap. But yeah, I really love this original version. I love watching it almost every year, so. Alrighty, and then this one I completely forgot I got. I got Gladiator. Now, I have heard a lot of people praise this movie, but I've heard other people, like Nostalgia Critic, say that it's the same story that a lot of these movies have used, where it's just like the hero that kind of takes a fall and then has to regain his strength again and has a mentor and stuff like that. Because I kind of see movies more from a critical viewpoint, like as you can see on my channel with World of the Worlds and stuff like that, I'm a little worried that I won't like this because I can really tell with cliches like how often they're used. I'm interested to see if this is all the hype it deserves because I think it won a Best Picture Oscar, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so that's interesting. Alrighty, so the next few ones, I don't want to do these at the end of the video because I don't want to keep you guys waiting much longer. But these are the rare VHSs that I found. So I mentioned the same title of this DVD in the last pickup video. I finally found a copy of Meet the Feebles. This is a movie about, I don't even know what it's really about, but it's like a puppet movie that came out when Peter Jackson made it, and it's very violent, and it's not like the Muppets in terms of family friendliness at all. Like, it's really violent, and it's kind of weird. This VHS I've been trying to find for like months. And even this one that I have next was a little bit easier to find. Every copy that I would find, or try to find, it would be on eBay, it would be a PAL copy. So I couldn't play it on my VCR. But luckily I finally found it that was in decent, quote unquote decent price. I got this for $50, which is around the same price I got for Fritz the Cat. For Fritz the Cat is even more common than this. I am a little scared to see this movie, really, to be honest, because, like, it just kind of looks weird, and, like, I don't know if I'm ready for the raunchiness and stuff like that.
And more than this,
hippopotamus, unconditionally guaranteed to send you when you make the feebles.
But I do want to watch this at some point. I mean, I have seen a little bit of the ending where Heidi does a mass shooting, but I have not seen all of it, and I'm a little nervous to see it. But yeah, I finally found a copy of this, and I've been looking for a few months, and I did that in an update video, like I think back in April. Here's Meet the Feebles. I don't know how I'm gonna think of this movie, and I mentioned it a little bit in the last one, but yeah, this one's gonna be interesting, so. Alrighty, and then this one is one that I actually was able to find a little bit easier than Meet the Feebles, but this is possibly, and I'm not exaggerating, this possibly might be the most rarest VHS I've ever owned. I found a copy of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So for people who don't know this movie, it bombed at the box office. It only made like a few $1,000s or something like that. Like, it really bombed, and like, the VHS run of it was extremely limited. Like, I think this copy is a little bit more of the common ones, but the 1989 ones are over $400. But I actually managed to find a copy of this one for $100. Now, you're probably saying, Zion, why would you spend $100 on VHS? Normally I wouldn't, but this is such a rare tape, and I found it at such a pretty decent price for how much this is going for. Some people were charging at least $200 for this tape. It's this specific version. I couldn't believe I found it, and it works too. Like, I tested it and it does work. This is like a holy grail. Like, this is actually probably, other than Meet the Feebles and maybe Fritz the Cat, this is the biggest VHS find I've ever had. Like, I can't believe I found it. Like, apparently it is like a Canadian version, which just has like a different rating system right there. But yeah, so this is freaking crazy that I found this. I will put this in the thumbnail because, like, I could not believe it when I found it. And it was a little risky too because, like, it was mainly a seller that literally had almost no other listings and he didn't have any reviews. So I was taking a bit of a gamble, but I'm so glad it paid off. So yeah, I'm really excited that I found this. So. Alrighty, and then the last two that I have is actually finds I found from a flea market that's near me, and one of them I can't believe I really found. Actually, I'll start with this one first. So I found a VHS copy of Carrie. Now, I super rarely see horror VHSs anywhere in flea markets nearby. Like, a lot of, like, the horror VHS titles are really the main, like, movie genres of VHS that have really gone up in value. It was mainly just in this random booth, and, like, I normally don't really look there. So, yeah, I found a Carrie, and it's in pretty good condition. I just super rarely find horror VHSs anywhere without them being in a glass case. So, yeah, this was pretty interesting that I found this. The only thing I know about Carrie is the scene where, maybe probably the most iconic scene where she gets drenched on, I think it's blood in the prom dress. That's the scene I really only know from it. But I haven't seen it yet, but this might be a little intense for me, but probably will watch it soon, so. And then the last one I got is kind of something fun that I remember seeing in that same booth as Carrie, but I kind of skipped that at first. I found Young Indiana Jones on VHS. So, I actually have seen all the Indiana Jones except Crystal Skull. I have not seen Young Indiana Jones yet. And actually, what's funny about this VHS is that this was only like $2. This is Treasure of the Peacock's Eye, Chapter 18. But yeah, this seems pretty interesting. Like, actually, what's interesting too is that the guy who plays young Indiana Jones, as of this recording, is planning to go to HorrorCon near my town. And he actually is going to be there, and a lot of other guests are too. And I didn't even think there would be a HorrorCon near my area. I actually might make a video about that. I'm not really sure. Tickets aren't on sale yet, but I've been thinking that maybe I might go there. But I've already been to Comic-Con before, so I don't know, maybe. But yeah, so I found this tape, and I found that's pretty interesting. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I haven't posted in, I think it was 2 weeks, but I've been trying not to post too much videos that would seem like filler, so I've been kind of trying to mix it up a little bit. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Go.